Well, hello and welcome to the Vibrant Good Health Show. Thank you as you come in. I want you to share this broadcast, but before you share it, let me know who you are and where you're coming in from. Just put it in the comments so I can shout you out. I'm glad to know who's in the room, who's coming in the room. So, again, make sure that you share this broadcast, tag someone. We're going to be talking about self care tonight. And I'm going to be giving 3 tips along with some other good, valuable information to go on the side. And so, here on the Vibrant Good Health Show, I, Hillary Gooden, your Vibrant Life coach and lymphology expert, I'm always talking about things that you can do to help your body help you live a more vibrant life. And so that's what we're on here again with tonight. So thank you for coming in. Again, just put in the comments a quick hello. Let me know where you're coming in where you're coming in from, so I can shout you out. And so I don't know about you, but where I am, oh my God, we've gotten so much snow. In some areas, up to 18 inches of snow. I feel like that's how much I got out here in my driveway right now. So I was trying to pep my own self up by just having I know it's not the full screen, but it's a little screen of some sunshine and some greenery, because I pretty much have had my fill of snow, yet I hear it's going to snow some more. So I don't know about where you are. Is it snowing where you are, or are you in the sunshine? I've talked to about 3 people recently in California, in Florida, telling me about them going to the beach. I'm like, okay, okay, don't rub it in. So as you begin to come in, what I'm going to do is share this out myself. I got a couple of places where I want to share this out because again, it's already coming on in my group and Transform Your Health and Peace. It's also on YouTube. So hello YouTube. If you're out there, make sure that you also put in the comments because I can see it here and be able to say hello to you as well. And if you're not a subscriber, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, which is Hillary Gooden, so it's easy to find. Yes, self care. What do you do for self care? Or have you taken time to do something specifically just for yourself? That is what we're going to be talking about tonight. So, only takes a second here to share this out to a couple of other places. And please do the same thing. I surely would appreciate it. So, that's give me a minute here. If you know some group where there are people in it that that will be interested to have this discussion with me tonight, also share it is there as well. Why am I having this here tonight? I'm not sure. Okay, okay. Tell you what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and get started. That's what I'm going to do. Hey, Patricia and Miss Nikki and Angela, let me put you all up here. Yeah, people coming in, and I don't want to miss saying hello. This is Angela Elsing from DC. Hey, hey, thank you for coming in. I sure appreciate it. Then I have Miss Nikki Hammer. She's one of my Chi-Town folks, and she says, I am not ready for the next snow that's coming tomorrow evening. Me either. Oh, I was sure thinking we were going to get past January was so nice, up to January was so nice, and then boom, here comes February. Hello there, Miss Patricia Rogers. This is our visibility coach. Thank you so much for coming in, and I know she's coming in from Florida. Yes, she said Pat is here, taking a breather. Yes, yes, yes. And that's a part of self care when you just sit down and allow yourself to just be, right? So I'm going to go ahead and get started. Not going to take up time doing all of that. Uh, so, again, share this out. and tag someone if you know someone, know a group that can stand to hear this information. I would appreciate it. So, self care. The first thing I want to talk about self care is, uh, let's see, one more. He said, Lotus Richie from DC says hello. She's listening with me. Hello, hello. That's my partner that I'm a partner with, her News You Can Use show every Monday and Friday night. And I'm her co-host, having a ball on that show. So self-care. What do I want to say here? Self-care. I want to start out talking about stress because stress is one of those things that causes a lot of havoc in your health, in your emotional self, in your physical body, in your relationships. You know, it can cause such a problem, and sometimes it goes unchecked. So, stress, if you didn't know, stress has it produces a shock like effect upon the body. And that shock like effect, what happens, you hear me, if you heard any of my broadcasts before, you know that I talk about the lymphatic system and how the blood proteins get trapped around your cells along with cellular waste. But those trapped blood proteins, when they get trapped around your cells and in your tissues, they they cause the water in the blood system to follow it. They will follow the blood proteins, which causes a problem, causes inflammation. And if it's stagnant for too long, if it's building up for too long a period, yes, it's going to cause different problems physically, like pain. It'll cause you to have loss of energy. It will cause you to have inflammation. It will cause you to have brain fog and just not being able to remember things as using your brain as efficiently as you would like. But it also, this same effect is also caused by stress. It causes the same shock like effect on the body because it will cause those blood proteins to get triggered and to seep into your around your from the bloodstream, and then there goes the water following behind it. So when you find yourself getting stressed, please find ways that you can calm yourself down. Like Miss Pat said, I'm here taking a breather. Sometimes you have to do just that. Lotus says she's there and she's listening in with somebody else. She's just relaxing and listening in as well. You have to take time for your mind, for your body, for your emotional self to take that breather, to be able to be in a state of calm because stress causes you to be in that fight or flight mode. And that's only for emergencies, not for daily use, not for every situational use. And so when that happens, it can cause you to, get sick. And in this time that we're dealing with, I had a minister that we know and have come to, love over the years. She lives in Mississippi, lives in was living in Mississippi, and we got when I was on the News You Can Use show Monday night, my mother was calling for me. I'm like, why is she calling my name? She know I'm here live, but she had just gotten the news that she passed away that day from COVID. So and it just kind of I'm still sitting with that thing, because it could happen to anybody that you know and love. It could happen to any of us, but you want to do what you can to help your body help you to have better health, to boost your immunity. And being stressed is something that's not going to help it. It can cause damage, and it could cause you to be not have your immune system to be strong to fight off different things that might come your way. But you got the power to help your body help you. So I just wanted to share that out. And so uh, the first thing I'm going to talk about, let's see, the first thing that happens when we get stressed or when that action of the blood proteins get trapped around yourself, one of the first things that happens is you have a loss of energy. You just feel like, oh my God, I just can't go another step, you know. and you need to take steps to get your energy back. And one of the ways, you know what I'm getting ready to say, I'm standing here on my bouncer, on my rebounder, on my trampoline, because one of the best ways to boost your immunity by helping to activate your lymphatic system to go do its job, and it's all ready to do it, is bouncing on a mini trampoline. But one of the things I'm saying here is physical. Your body needs exercise, it needs movement. Now, if you don't have a mini trampoline, okay. But if you want one, I do have a link I'll share with you later, uh, that you can go to, and it's bit.ly, Bounce for Health, because that's what this is all about. When you see me here every week, Tuesday, 7 p.m., I'm here talking about how you can bounce on a mini trampoline to help boost your immunity, help better your health. It's all about your health. And so you may say, well, I don't have a trampoline. I'm not looking to purchase one right now, but I have an exercise ball. That's what we were showing the other night. You can use an exercise ball that you may have, you need to go blow up, or you have it tucked away in a corner somewhere. Go pull that thing out and sit on it for a few minutes, that 3 to 5 minutes a day or before you go to bed. At some point, use it, because that will also help you to uh, activate and maintain a healthy lymphatic system, which is there to help boost your immunity, to help everything to work together in homeostasis the way God intended. So so if you bounced this week, put a one in a comment. Whether you bounced on the trampoline or you bounced on the ball. Somebody asked me, what about jump rope? I guess maybe I should say, well, I want to ask if you bounced this week. Put a one in the comment. Am I the only one bouncing around here? I hope not. I hope not. So I guess a couple of other tips here, but I just want to see who's moving. If you're not bouncing, hey Nanette, hello to you. Let me go through these comments here. Take a little break here. And I have, hey Jeff, thank you for coming in from Ohio. Yeah, COVID sucks. I totally agree. And I know you made your way through it. I'm glad to see that you're doing better. You are doing better. Let me know. And then Angela says bouncing on the ball to bounce off the stress. Absolutely, absolutely. Make use of what you have. And so I got a number one from Angie. And then Nanette came in with us. Hi, Nanette. She said one could bounce in place. And you can bounce. My mother was sharing on one of the broadcasts last week. She said, well, you can bounce sitting on the side of the bed because your bed is bouncy, right? Your mattress. Use what you have. And it may sound funny, but it will help you to help your body so that you can have better health. So bounce however you find that you can. Okay, Angie said she bounced yesterday. Yeah, she bounced yesterday. You know what? Yesterday seemed like it was 2 days ago. That was just yesterday. With me and Lotus on the News You Can Use show. Absolutely. We spent the show talking about the lymphatic system. So if you haven't seen it, go catch the replay at News You Can Use. And then Jeff said absolutely. I'm really glad you're feeling better, because man, it's really shocking to me some of the people that I've been seeing that look like we talked to them last week, or we talked to them the other day, and then you get a call and you say, oh, they're no longer here. Bouncing with you now. Yes. And she's bouncing on the bouncing the ball, the exercise ball. I know I kept thinking that today is Wednesday. I have felt the same way. And the snow. What about jumping? Yes, you can jump. You can jump using the jump rope. You can jump doing jumping jacks. You can jump however you jump. it's going to be helpful. It's not quite the same because of the gravity effect. When you're bouncing on the mini trampoline, you're bouncing against the G force, and so that's what makes it not um, not impact. It doesn't have impact on your joints, your ankles, your knees, and your hips. It's easy on the body that way. But movement is the key. And I have here, and I always say, if these things are not something that you're going to find yourself doing, but you love to walk, you love to jog, then do what you know you will do. That's the best exercise for you. Movement is going to be helpful. We sit around, and especially being locked in and not being able to just move around as freely as we usually would before 2020 came in. We have to find things to do that we can do inside. If we're stuck inside like this, all this snow going on out there, I guess I could go out and get me some real cardio in by shoveling around my car. But even then, I couldn't get out of my driveway. So I stayed inside and I decided I'm going to do me a little bouncing. So let's see. Other comment here is, hi, Derek. Thank you for coming in. God bless you today, Miss Hillary. Thank you so much. I'm glad to see you catching the live. So let's go to tip number two. Tip number two. The tip number one, we're talking about physical, and mainly whatever that is that you will do. That's going to be the best exercise for you. But if you ever get the notion to try this, bouncing on a mini trampoline for your health, trust me, you won't give it up. You're going to put it up somewhere where you can get your hands on it. Like Miss Patricia Rogers, I saw one Saturday. She went outside with hers and got on live and had all of us watching her. She was having fun because it is fun. You can make it fun. Put you some music on and just have fun knowing that you're helping your body, and then your body's going to help you back in all the ways that you need as far as your health and your lymphatic system is concerned. So I wanted to go to my number two. And number two self care tip for tonight is emotional. We have to be mindful of our emotional self, to have self care where our emotional self is concerned. Sometimes we mostly think about, when you think about self care, you say, well, I need to go to the spa. I need to go get my nails done, a pedicure, a massage, and all of that's great. And all of that uh, can be helpful to self care, help you to relax and be in that state of calm and just, you know, help you to take that break. But you can do all of that and still have an emotional state that's out of whack. And when your emotional self is out of whack, for lack of another term right now, you can your emotional self can trigger what? What do you think it can trigger? Put it in the comments if you know where I'm getting ready to go with this. Your emotional self can trigger this thing that we were talking about earlier. What do you think that is? Let me see if anybody's been listening to me here. So Derek says walking, dancing, skating. Now I remember we used to dance. I used to love doing our stepping back in high school. Those were some fun times, learning all the new steps. And me and Derek would say, "Okay, okay, I got it, I got it." Yes, I still like to dance. I never got to skating good, but I tried and had to give that one up. And trying it at a late stage, I'm like, I don't want to break nothing, so I better give that one up. But so Nanette says, so is any kind of low impact movement good for the lymphatic system? Yes, moving your body, period, is good for your lymphatic system. Sitting for prolonged periods of time, they've given a name to that. They call it restless leg syndrome. I guess they just was running out of really technical sounding names. Restless leg syndrome from sitting too long, because you need to get up. When you sit for an hour or so, you should get up and move, run in place, walk in place, go to the kitchen and come back a few times in between commercials or something. Get up and move your body. If you have a trampoline, get on for a few, a minute. Just even any kind of movement is going to help you to help your body. So do what you know you will do. And I want you to do that with intention that you're doing it to help activate and maintain a healthy lymphatic system, because when it's not working properly, it's going to cause havoc in the body around your cells and in your tissues. And they may call this a whole number of things and got all kind of how can I say, they got all kind of protocol for dealing with that thing, but not getting to the the bottom line, which is a restless lymphatic system. So move your body, raising your hands. Who is that? Derek said, raising your hands and praising God. Hallelujah. I agree. I agree. Move your body. It's important when you're walking, like if you, Nanette, if you don't have a mini trampoline and you don't have one yet, and you are concerned about moving your body, you can walk in place and you want to lift your knees high and then move your arms like this while you're lifting your knees up high, and that's going to help you to work your whole lymphatic system. So you can take a few steps walking back and forth, and you'll feel the effect of that too. Nanette says, medication, meditation is great for emotional healing and care. And then I have a Facebook user here says, hey, look, this is Elder Laverne from our church from Illinois, right outside of Chicago. Hey, thank you for coming in tonight. So, yes, let's get back to the emotional self. I love talking about bouncing, you can tell. So, your emotional self can trigger, I don't think I got anybody answer my question, maybe because I got all off, but it can trigger stress. And when your body triggers stress, it causes that reaction around your cells. And when it causes that reaction around your cells, then you end up with, you know, you say, man, I'm so tired. I go to bed, I try to go to sleep, and I'm just restless, tossing and turning all night. It may feel like you're catching a cold when it's not really a cold, but those symptoms in your body, that achy feeling and all of that, move your body. Bounce if you can. And so also what happens is your body will release cortisol. Cortisol is that chemical in the body that's meant, it's released when you're in that fight or flight mode. It's released for those emergencies, whether you're getting ready to run, pick up a truck off a child, or you have to run for your life or something like that. But when you're in that kind of stress, emotional stress, and it's releasing that cortisol every day throughout the day, and it's getting to the place that it's building up and building up, you're going to end up with some kind of condition that they have a name for. I'm just going to make it as simple as that. So you want to find ways find ways to have coping mechanisms. And I see that Nanette put there about meditation. Meditation is great for emotional healing and self-care, and I agree. I had one lady said self-care, what, and somebody else put in the comment, what are some coping mechanisms that you think or that you use that are good when you are under emotional stress? Put it in the comment. Excuse me, while I take a sip of my supplement to water that's filled with hydrogen gas that helps to relieve stress and relieve inflammation as well. It helps to hydrate my cells at a great level, that where my cells are ready to drink this up. You want to know more about it, if you're interested in supplements that you can take, especially like this water. It's water and it's infused with hydrogen gas, and it helps the body, and it helps to fight and ward off I think it's like 140 different conditions, that it can help you with in your body. And it's easy, natural, and it's drug free. And that's why I promote it. And so if you are interested, direct message me and I'll be glad to talk to you about it. So emotional health. Let's see, what do I have here? After alter your state of consciousness. And what do you mean by that? How do you alter your state of consciousness, Derek? Facebook user says pray. Yes, and that's what I was thinking of, because that's what my go-to first is to pray. Because I hear somebody say, well, I sit down to meditate and I just got too many things going on in my head. I can't even sit for a few minutes before I'm up and trying to take care of all those things going on in my head. And so, I tell them, listen, maybe you should take you a pad and a paper. When the thought comes up, it pops in your mind that you need to go turn off the oven, or well, not the oven, but you need to go grocery shopping, or you need to go put a load in the washing machine. Write it down, and then go back, dump it out of your head onto the paper, and go back into that state. But I found that, listen, bouncing. I know you said, is she serious? Yes, she is. Bouncing on the mini trampoline, that 3 to 5 minutes, that you're going to take some time to pray and then go into meditation. You want to just have some mindfulness time, that time where you're just sitting in the present moment. Bounce. Take you a few minutes of bouncing, and then go to your quiet place, your special place, your place that you set aside to meditate, and to then sit and be in that moment of mindfulness, be in that moment of prayer. And I found that when I pray first, after I've bounced and I pray, then it's so easy and natural to sit in the moment, and the meditation comes easy. And then you begin to receive, sometimes you receive those thoughts that try to get you to get up and run and do something. Write it down, dump it out of your head, and come on back into that moment. And then as you are finding your time, just being able to do that longer and longer with practice, you'll find that when you're in that moment, it may be things that you were stressing about, things that you couldn't figure out, that answers and solutions will come during that time of mindfulness, that time of meditation, that you couldn't you were stressing about it all day, and boom, there's the answer you need. There's the person you need to contact, or whatever it is. It's amazing how the brain is able to release information to you when you can get in the right place. Yes. So that was tip number 2. Ooh, Angela says, let's see what Angela says. Let me put my glasses up so I can see. It said, if you missed yesterday's news you can use show about the lymphatic bounce, check this link. Hillary talks more about the lymphatic system and the lymphatic bounce. Yes, it got a little deep last night. We had to take a bounce break. We had to take a bounce break. And so, yeah, so let's go on to tip number 3. And that's going to be what there are more tips, but I just wanted to do 3 because I had the other information that I also wanted to share with you tonight about stress and bouncing. So number 3, I put it in here one of these days. What did I do with it? Okay, I don't see it there, guys. I'm sorry that I don't see it. After I get off the broadcast, it'll be pop up say, "Here I am. I was here all the time." uh, get back down to this comment. So number 3 is social self-care. Social self-care. And we've had to do social in a new way over this past year. Social is not the same, as it was prior to COVID, prior to 2020, where you can just go out for breakfast, go out for lunch or for brunch, or meet over coffee, or or at the park, at the gym, or however you would meet up with your friends, or meet up with loved ones, meet up with those like and care about. to have fun, to laugh and talk, and all of those things are a good way to to have self care moments. When you say, you know what, I'm going to do this for myself. I need to sit with Derek, and we're going to sit and talk about catch up. That's what I've done in the last couple of months. I've connected with one lady I've connected with that connected with me. She found me and she called and she was like, "Do you remember me?" We went to fourth grade together. And we knew each other from the old neighborhood when we were youngsters. And I was like, wow. And so catching up was really fantastic. I went to her house and we catched up, but we had our masks on, you know. And then I had another young lady reach out to me and she was like, wow, it's been a long time. And we went to high school together and we're best friends in high school, matter of fact. And she lives there in DC. And so we had time over Zoom, and we caught up and talked until we was like, you know what, we got to get off of here. But it was so good catching up and just having a good conversation that was restful. It wasn't stressful. And when we both got done, I know I felt good, and I'm sure she did too. And so we have to figure out how to be social because we weren't meant to be islands unto ourselves. God didn't make us to be like that. None of us. We were meant to, we're social beings. When sometimes if you're an introvert, you spend more time maybe by yourself, or you don't have a problem with being by yourself. But even then, there are times where you need to socialize, whether it's socializing with those in your house, socializing with your family, your friends, or however, just making sure that you connect because that's what God intended. And it's so helpful. What I was talking about in this day that we have all of the Zoom stuff going on and people socializing over FaceTime and over the different social media platforms, um, there's the absence of touch. We were talking about it the other day, and there's the absence of touch. And there are some that they're not uh how you say on quarantine or in the house with other people. They're alone, and there are people who have been dealing with this all of this lockdown and quarantine stuff and just being trying to be safe and protective of them, of their health and their life, that they're spending a lot of time alone, and that's stressful. And so if you know anybody like that, reach out to them. If you know somebody that's a single person or an elderly person or just somebody that is alone all the time, reach out to them because sometimes they won't. But if that's you and you're the one that's, finding yourself cooped up and you're feeling like, woe is me, nobody cares, nobody loves, you have to be mindful of that self-talk because you can draw to you what you say, and you say nobody cares, nobody cares that I'm here or alive or whether I be or not, well then that's what goes out, and then it causes people, it seems to you that they don't care. So then you have to reach out, muster up that courage, that energy, that self-love, that you're doing this to reach out, but you're doing it for your health. What do you think about that? Does that make sense to anybody on here? Anybody that's listening? Social self-care. So it says social via social media has definitely increased. I certainly agree. But for some, it's not even enough. Say support groups, Bible studies. This is Derek saying activities that include contact and communicating with others via the internet. So that makes it a lot easier to connect. I've connected with, like I said, somebody from that I talked to today that lives in Florida and was saying, "Oh yeah, I'm about to go and take my daughter to the beach," and I was just like, "Oh my God!" But we met networking, and she reached out and we had a good conversation, and it was just really good to be able to talk to her and so you know we have to make it work for it as it is right now until we can get out and be able to, will we be able to hug people again? What do you think? Put it in the comments. Yes or no? When we get out of here, are you ready to like hug mama, hug hug your family, without feeling fearful about it? Put it in the comments. Or have you hugged lately? I should say, outside of your home, have you hugged anybody lately? And when as I think about it, I have not. I have not. I stay. My mother and I live together, right? And so the other day I went in to hug her, and she was looking like, "What's going on?" And I just feel like, man, I need to hug somebody. So I gave her a big old hug. Hey, I love you. Touch is so important, and that's a part of social self care. So work on your friendships, and if it has to be this way, make it the best. Have a like a certain time maybe that you all would meet over FaceTime, Zoom, just over the telephone, whatever it is, and to not be alone. Don't allow this time to make you feel to have a pity party. Those are lonely and they're not helpful to your health, to your state of mind, which can, if that stuff stick around too long, it can begin to affect your body, your physical self. Be whole, be well, reach out, love on somebody else, and that's how you're loving yourself. So Angela says here, um, the lack of physical contact sometimes make it challenging for some due to social distancing, especially when you're used to hugging. I know. I was somewhere not that long ago and the person, I was thinking, I'm a hugger, but I was refraining from hugging and the person just great big old bear hug and I was like, well, praise the Lord, in the name of Jesus. Because you just like, man, I missed that. We gotta reach out. What's that song that Diana Ross used to have? Reach out and touch somebody. And I was listening to a celebrity say, "Man, I can't wait till I can go hug somebody. I'm just gonna go out and I'm gonna hug everybody I see." Say she might get in trouble for that one, but said things are changing. There's a new normal because of COVID. That's right. And so, what do you think is one good thing? One good thing as a result of COVID based on this comment right here from Derek Allen. Things are changing. There's a new normal because of COVID. What's one thing that you would count as a new normal? Yes, we all know wearing masks. We used to see those people over in Japan or over in China wearing the mask and would think, oh my God, those people wearing those masks every day, that's got to be awful. And now here we all are across the world wearing our masks for our health. Let's see. Did the elbow. Yeah, we're doing the elbow touch, finding a way to still greet each other without the hugging and without being offended, because some people get offended if you don't want to shake hands with them or whatever. But that elbow touch is universal. To say this is the new way to do that. That is something. I believe that's Elder Laverne with that comment. Anybody else got a comment there? I pretty much talked about what I wanted to talk about tonight. Self care. Do what you can do to help your body, help you live a more vibrant life. Do what you can do to help your body, help you to have boosted immunity, to have uh, um, peace. It's nothing like having peace in your body and peace in your mind, peace of mind. You can't even pay for it when you have it. Could somebody pay? How much could somebody pay you for you to give them your peace of mind? How much would you take for it? Because it's invaluable. God has got our attention. You know what? I agree. And when this thing first took started back in February last year, and it was just happening all over the world and it was on the news every day all day, I was like, wow, God has, I said that very same thing. God has everybody's attention across the world, across the whole wide world. And so, we need to be kinder. We need to be more loving. We need to be to care not just about us forward no more. Care about your neighbors. Care about those that you encounter in this world, because we're not in this world alone. And like I don't know if Pat Rogers is still on here, but she always says her go-to slogan is people need people, and that's the way God made us. And so I'm so glad that all of you are here tonight. I hope that this has um, uh, struck something in you, something that you can share. Again, this is news you can use. And I hope that help your body, help you to live a more vibrant life and share this with somebody else so they can do the same. Hey, let's go, Miss Charlene Sparks. She said, yes, thank you so much, Hillary. He sure do have our attention. Amen. I say amen to that as well. He's got our attention, and he still is, just like when this apostle Janice Owens is her name, that passed away yesterday morning from COVID. My mother was like, man, I just talked to her last week, and she had just got back out of town and had done a meeting somewhere up on the East Coast, and everything was going just fine. And then we get this call, and she's gone. And you're just like, wow, I want to make the best of my time here on this earth while I have breath in my body to love on you all. And this is my way of loving, by giving you information that you can use that's going to help you, so that you can help your body, because we have a responsibility to our bodies. God has made these machines. They're so well made to do a myriad of things that we don't even have to turn on a switch to do to like getting up in the morning and click on your switch. It's nothing like that. It's just happening. It keeps you alive while you sleep, keeps you alive while you're doing things, or when you're not doing things, all without you doing anything in particular. But when you do things like bouncing on a mini trampoline, you do things like drinking enough water. And I say drink water that is going to drink water that's alive. And this water that I drink, that I have found, I promote this as a supplement, because I was looking for supplements, and I wanted something that was going to work, that didn't have, my thing is it's got to be easy, natural, and drug free for me. And I know it's a lot of people thinking the same thing. So when I came across this water that's like a supplement, this is just what a amount that you would drink on a like once a day, in addition to drinking the water that you should drink for your body's. Um, how much water? You say how much water should you drink? You take your weight divided in half, and then that's the amount of ounces of water you should drink every day. So this is in addition as a supplement, because it has hydrogen gas that's been infused in it. It has so many benefits, and one of the main benefits is it helps to reduce inflammation. Inflammation can cause so many uh, health conditions that they've given names to. And so let me see what Miss Angela is saying here. She says, it's definitely cultural about physical touch. Okay, so I'm gonna read that. But the this water, man, I'm just amazed. So we want to drink enough water. Then you want to take supplements that are healthy for you. And I've come across this and a couple other items that are so beneficial to somebody that's busy. You find yourself being really busy, being a leader, being just on your job, in your business, at church, in the community, and maybe you don't have time to always eat like you should. It's a couple of supplements that I would love to share with you. You can direct message me, and I would be glad to talk to you about it, and especially about this awesome water, because I'm telling you, it's been a godsend. And so just contact me in the DM, like they say, and let's have a conversation. Or if you want to just say you want me to contact you, say yes. in the comment, and I'll make sure I go looking for it, and I will get in contact with you because I want you to know, and so that you can also share it with those you know and love. So let me. I wanted to get that comment. It says, it's definitely cultural, but this is Angela about physical touch because in Asian cultures, they greet with a bow or eye contact, but Americans has have an affinity for physical connection with an elbow touch in lieu of a hug. That's true. I found that too when I worked with a lot of Nigerians, and they bow, and bow, or they'll do a little knee bend to their elders, or to, especially like to the elders. And I went to a church service that they were having. I was invited to. Me being a hugger, I totally forgot because I see them at work doing the same thing, and they do it to me too. But when I was at this church service and they was introducing me to one of the mothers of the church, I went right in for a hug, and you should have seen the look. I never forget the look on her face, and she was standing there like this. I was like, "Oh my God, I should have just bowed. I shouldn't have grabbed her like that." And she was looking at me after I passed by. I was like, "Oh Lord, that was a cultural thing." Thank you, Hillary, and stay safe too. So I take it you're going to leave us now. Derek, I thank you so much for joining in. And I believe Derek is coming in from Memphis, Tennessee. Sure appreciate it. And you stay safe as well. Uh, Angela says, Izumi, I know she meant Izumio, is my drink of choice for health and wealth. Exactly. Because, if you're looking to make money from home, give me a call. Give me connect with me in the direct message, or let me know here in the comments, and I'll get in touch with you. You don't have to go it alone. Let me see. Izumio helps with over 170 ailments. I think I said 140, but it's 170 ailments or diseases, boost energy and reduce inflammation. So if you don't have a bouncer, or you feel like you need something more than that, having a good supplement and something that actually works, I'm telling you, this is it. And I just love it. Love it, love it. So make sure that you contact me um, in the DMs for that. I want to say before I go off that in my Facebook group, I'm having we're doing a challenge. And the challenge until the end of the month is your health begins with your words. Health begins with your words. And it started on Monday the 15th and it's going until the 28th. So that's 14 days. And so what this challenge is about is watching what you say. Just like for your emotional health. And you say, I'm just alone, nobody cares. Well, that's the energy that you're putting out, and that's the energy that you get back. So if you want to raise that energy, you want to speak the things that you actually do want, you know, I'm expecting a phone call today. I'm going to reach out myself today, and I'm going to call two people. I'm going to call my mom. I'm going to call my sister. I'm going to call my friend or somebody. I'm going to call somebody today just to connect and not sit here in this self pity because it's really not working for me. You have to just watch the words that you speak. That's the challenge because we so easily will speak what the problem is. We will so easily speak what's not going right versus what we do want to happen. And you wonder why you're getting the same old, because you keep speaking the same old words. Health really does begin with your words. You can be whole. You can be healed. You can improve your immunity. Life is amazing if you believe it. The more you speak it, the more you'll believe it, your mind will believe it. And so we want to help our mind during this 14 days because the mind believes everything you say. So let's be more intentional, more mindful of what we're saying. This is in addition to uh, speaking affirmations. That's something that you'll do. You put on a card, or you'll play it back from an audio, and you recite them, or you say them out loud, and then you go on with your day. I'm challenging you for the other part of the day, outside of the affirmations, to be mindful of the words you're speaking. And when you find that you're speaking negative, find ways to reverse that and speak what you actually do want. I want to lose weight, but man, it's so hard. No, that's not helpful. And your mind say, okay, what do you really want? So we want to not confuse the mind. And since it believes everything we say, we're going to be more mindful. This is still the beginning of 2021. We got 10 more months to go. And we want to go in strong, speaking life, speaking what we actually do want, and becoming more, that becomes more natural in your conversation, in your communication, and your mind will begin to get in line with the new talk. So if you would love to join, and I say if you would love to join my challenge, please go to the Facebook group. Transform Your Health and Peace is the name of the group. Transform Your Health and Peace. And I'll be glad to have you to join in for this 14 days, and just to see how it helps you, how it will help you, because I believe that it actually will. And so we want to test it, we want to challenge ourselves, and then use it for life. Use it for life. So thank you for being here. I'm also available for coaching. I am your Vibrant Life Coach, your lymphatic system health coach. And if you're finding that you're having a problem with stress and anxiety, with inflammation, with different conditions that are causing you to not be able to show up fully in your life, to live your life with vitality, with energy, with uh, clarity of mind, being able to get through your day in a powerful way, reach out. You can reach out to me for a clarity call, a free 20-minute clarity call. This is the link, bit.ly speak with Hillary. That's me. And I know a lot of times that even for myself, there were times when I needed somebody to talk to, somebody to see if they can help me, or can they help me. Even coaches need coaches. I've had coaches along the way, because I'm human just like you are. And when you need help, when you need support and accountability, it's nothing wrong with that. That's a part of self-care, actually. So I would love to work with you, see if we can work together to help you to get to that more vibrant life. bit.ly speak with Hillary. Hillary, I got vibrant life solutions. So I have one more comment I was looking at here. And it says, thank you for the great information as always. I thank you, Angie, for being here, for participating. Thank you, Lotus, and all those others that participate on today, Derek Allen, and Laverne Roberts, Nikki Hamer, Miss Sparks. Thank you all for joining in. And listen, I want to thank you, my replay viewer. Jeff, I thank you as well. For all my replay viewers, I said thank you. Thank you for listening to the whole thing, because you can help your body help you live a more vibrant life. I'll see you next Tuesday, 7 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time, right here on the Vibrant Good Health Show. Good night. You all stay safe and be intentional with your words.